Hello guys and welcome back to another Fan Factory Friday. Now today, special thanks goes out to Beef Vindaloo over on Discord for sending over his map save for us to review. Also, if you do like these videos, be sure to hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Also, keep an eye out for our website, satisfactorytips.com, as within the next few weeks it should be up, and I am very much hoping that for the second rendition of the website we'll be able to, with the permission of the owners, put these files on there to share the maps with the rest of the player base. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's delve into it. Now, I must admit, sometimes when jumping into Fan Factory Friday maps, I honestly have no idea where to start, and that could be no truer than with today's video with this gigantic cube design theme. So let's start with the exterior design. The cube design has several variations, whether it's one large cube filled to the brim with production, or a floating cube with item manufacturing being done on each of the walls, or for that matter, another large cube, which you can see over here, with small cube satellites almost, manufacturing the items and then feeding them back into the main cube. Regardless of the design, they all use a similar style approach to tiered manufacturing, with the early, easy to produce items being constructed on the bottom floors and then heading up the levels within the cube to be manufactured into more complex items. This is a great way of organizing mega factories and something I definitely recommend, especially if you're starting out your first mega factory. In fact, before going into detail about the manufacturing process, check out the actual design elements found throughout this map. This is probably where this map really does excel in my eyes. I really like the supporting pillar styles with the use of the foundation frames and the pillar supports. I also love how miners are housed, which really fits in the style of the build. Everything just works together. It's a complete ensemble. Again, check out the factory support style here. Regardless of whether the factory is in the air, Beef Vindaloo really takes care of the design elements. Even these gentle sloping arches look great, and he makes excellent use of the space, opting for a factory that suits the style of the build rather than cramming as much into it as possible. He also makes use of a sky monorail, but I love the way he sets his stations and supports them. They also look pretty epic, especially with the new train station look from the experimental build. Even the monorail corners are well thought out and supported. Another important point is to check out how he mixes the factory supports of this particular mega factory with a vertical bus design for the conveyors. It looks so neat. The design elements just fit. It just works. Even the hypertube layout has been well thought out to be OCD friendly, and though we should move on to other aspects, look at the monorail system for travelling up and down the mountainside. Tying off the rails in bows looks great and is an excellent way to scale heights in a train. Finally, we need to mention the nuclear power plant. When it comes to design, he breaks the theme of the cubes, but the flat square base that the nuclear power plant is on hints at the theme, whilst the exception to the rule, being the pyramid, really does attract the eye and it just looks great. So moving into the factory itself, with a thanks of 24 nuclear power plants and an abundance of fuel generators, Beef is able to produce a whopping 70,000 odd megawatts of power. The fuel rods are produced in the top portion of this particular pyramid, whilst the rest of the items are transported there, having been manufactured in the neighbouring factory. Looking over at the water production, check out the gorgeous design once again. The way he builds into the water makes the factory look like it's built into the sea, like it belongs there. It's a permanent structure, and I must admit this is probably one of the most, if not my favorite water farms that I have ever seen in this game. He also spaces out pump houses to keep the flow rate of the pipes as well, and they all just work together. It really does just work. If we head up to the train station, I must admit the entrances and the exits look gorgeous, and though I doubt he actually planned for this look, with the new designs coming in from experimental yesterday, they really do complement one another. Then heading towards the main factory, we stop off at his fuel depot where he plays between lined fuel generators and working within a cube format such as what we've seen previously. Both look great, and again it all comes together rather fittingly. Moving on, if you like the Indian cuisine, then I'm sure you'll appreciate the humorously named train stations. Coming into the main station, we have Beef Rogan Josh, and here they split the items off and then merge them to load balance from a larger station to a smaller one. Now in the secondary station, Garlic Naan, aptly named, is used to transport items to the main factory. It is still work in progress, but you can see how he's developing it, and it really is fantastic. Upon an item's arrival in the factory, they are split into a storage area where they follow the chain of tiers until all items required are produced. So it goes from raw resources to tier 1 items, up to tier 2, until it completes the chosen or designated item that he requires. Now the factory itself does span a total of 13 levels and is able to produce things like turbo motors and supercomputers with ease, and better yet, he still has plenty of room to expand. And you may be thinking about how difficult it is to get around this place. It looks like it will be a real nightmare, but his excellent use of hypertubes in a symmetrical pattern means that you won't get lost regardless of what floor you're on, because on each side all of the hypertube entrances are located in the same sections. Now there is definitely a huge amount more that I could say about this factory, but we are trying to keep the videos to a maximum of 7 minutes. So unfortunately, we are going to have to leave it there for this video. But if you do want to see more on this, do check out his YouTube channel. You can find the link below. His name's Dan P, and he posts regularly updates about his builds. But with that said and done, we are going to leave it there. If you did enjoy the video, please do like it. If you want to see more, obviously don't forget to subscribe. But anyway guys, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, as always, ciao for now.